Which do you think is more difficult to teach, and who tends to be a quicker study, hackers or gamblers?
So I think it's harder to teach somebody to become a hacker because it's really a different way of thinking. And
Mm,
I've learned this throughout my career. A lot of people, when you think, take an engineer, their whole mindset is how do I build something? How do I make something? How to make it the most, the most exquisite, simplest way to get from task A to task B. And they're very much focused on how it works. And so when you have a requirement that says button must, do something, they make that button do something. Where a hacker, and the way a hacker thinks is what are all the things I can do to cause that button not to work or to cause the button to do something slightly different? And so it's really changing the way you think about things. In the early days, we used to call it, the anti-tester, the anti-programmer is really what the hacker is. And so part of the challenge is teaching that kind of mentality of way of looking at the world. It's almost like a destructive way of looking at the world. How does this thing work? How does it fall apart? How does it fail?